Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Kalonzo Musyoka has declared his interest in 2022 presidential race that is available in the public domain. Kalonzo Musyoka has again declared that if anybody has ill intentions of impeaching regarding GACHAGUA, that person should know that he is going to face the full wrath of Kalonzo Musyoka.
We have taken the position, if they bring an impeachment motion against the Deputy President, what is his name? Rigiji, we will Azimio oppose it.
Meaning, Kalonzo Musyoka is saying that he will not allow anyone to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. Then Kalonzo Musyoka is also going to an extent of defending the Gen Zs and pretending that now everything he does is all about the Gen Zs. I want you to note this game plan that is being hatched here. There's something that is being hatched. You know, politicians have found a way of trying to pretend they are now the spokespersons for the Generation Z. And these are people who have said they are leaderless, they are partyless, they are tribeless. That should ring a bell in Kalonzo Musyoka's game plan. What Kalonzo Musyoka is trying to trade here, the game he's trying to play, might not work to his benefit. So I've been analyzing Kalonzo Musyoka lately, ever since he's trying to make some double standards movement. First of all, assuming the position of the leader of Azimio, then going to meet Raila Amolo Odinga, the person he's been accusing. So you find that there is some kind of game plan here. I want us to delve further into this game plan. There is something that is being hatched here. I want us to exploit in a very mature, in a very candid way. But before you do that, please like this video. It's so important. If you like this video, I'm so grateful for everybody who has been liking our videos and supporting our channel. Subscribe to our channel if you wish to support us. To existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. Kalonzo is trying to play a game of first fighting Raila Amolo Odinga so that he can get the support of those people who are against Raila Amolo Odinga now, and then trying to pretend or to purport to be defending the Gen Zs so that he can again milk from these youths who are saying they are partyless and they are leaderless, so that he can give them a leadership role. You see this game plan? And then Kalonzo also realizes that GACHAGUA is under siege right now. There are talks that he might be impeached. So what do? I pretend I will protect Rigathi Gachagua.
For the very first time. And then there were discussions that some people want to impeach him. I think that conversation is alive again. But as a summit of Azimio, including Raila Odinga himself, we have taken the position, if they bring an impeachment motion against the Deputy President, what is his name? Rigiji, we will Azimio oppose it. We don't want to be drawn into those unnecessary fights between a sinking administration. Tumekataa hiyo. You said we are not interested. So even today you see they are fighting over who is Secretary General, who is not Secretary General, those things. So let them fight their.
But let's just take, for example, now there is a motion to impeach Rigathi Gachagua in Parliament. How many parliamentarians does Wiper have? Less than 30. That is, my facts are correct. How many parliamentarians does ODM combined with Kenya Kwanza? If they assume Kenya Kwanza will now want to impeach Rigathi Gachagua, how many numbers do they have? You know, let's assume this issue is true, that Rigathi is going to be impeached on the basis that he's not a nationalist, he's a tribalist, on the basis that he is only, in Mount Kenya. He's always just traversing Mount Kenya, talking about Mount Kenya issues, affairs of Mount Kenya only, not realizing that he is a deputy president of Kenya. Rigathi is supposed to be in Nyanza, in Coast, supposed to be, in Western, supposed to be in all those regions, because he is a deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, all the counties, Kalonzo is trying to play, I don't want to say a watermelon kind of person, But when you have double standards, when you don't have a direction that is above, at least kuna mwelekeo, then how do we call you? Kalonzo Musyoka is not we can't call him watermelon. That was a political terminology that was used on him in 2007 when Kenyans had made a decision to kick out the culture of the leadership that was in place to bring on board fresh leadership. Kenyans had voted for Raila Amolo Odinga back then, but Kalonzo realized that if he stood with Raila Amolo Odinga, then Raila Amolo Odinga was going to triumph. So he decided to play. That's the time he was referred to as a watermelon. Aliamua kupita katikati kugawanya hizi kura. So because if he had stood with Raila Amolo Odinga, definitely Kibaki ilikuwa na chake. Lakini Kibaki ilibidi apate chake kwa sababu Kalonzo alisimama naye. I don't understand the point here. So that is the time Kenyans wanted to make that change they've always advocated for. But now the youths know very well. They have that history at their fingertips. They know what happened in 2007. So they are trading very carefully. That's why you find that they are not aligning themselves along Wiper's policies, because they know these are the same politicians who've always taken us around in cycles. So you find that they are always finding themselves at home with Okiya Omtata or Matiang'i than Kalonzo Musyoka. So this game plan that Kalonzo Musyoka is trying to execute will not work for his advantage, or will not work in his advantage. There is no way Rigathi Gachagua will accept to play second fiddle to Kalonzo Musyoka. That is why someone warned Kalonzo Musyoka against associating himself with the Mount Kenya members of parliament, because they have an hidden agenda, and their agenda is very simple. Kalonzo Musyoka can only be a second in command, but not a first in command. According to them, that can't work. Because you remember a week ago, they hosted Kuria, and Kuria castigated the broad-based government, castigated Raila Amolo Odinga's nominated CSS, and they praised Kalonzo Musyoka. And I remember seeing even the governor within Ukambani praise Gachagua, and they praised Kuria. So that means the Mount Kenya and the Ukambani, they are forming something. That is now something that we are already aware of about. They are forming something, an alliance that will give them an opportunity to vie in 2027, assuming all the youths will support them. The youths are not going to support that team. This is something that Kalonzo Musyoka should be informed about. It's not going to be business as usual like he wants it. I'm not saying that I don't support Kalonzo Musyoka. And I'm not saying that I can't vote for him, or I can't vote for William RUTO, or I can't vote for Raila Amolo Odinga, or I can't vote for anyone. I can even vote for Omtata. But the point here is that this game plan might not work. Kalonzo still needs the voters of Raila Amolo Odinga. That is why right now he needs to tread very carefully and to avoid double standards. Personally, I think there's a lot of double standard, because I never expected that him, Kioni, and the other team would again meet Raila Amolo Odinga and seek his guidance after they have talked boldly about the issue of him being in bed with the Kenya Kwanza government, that is Raila Amolo Odinga. I never expected they would have associated themselves with Raila Amolo Odinga, whom they have accused of associating himself with William RUTO. I don't know that you get my point, ladies and gentlemen. If you go to the crisis now, word that Malala has been repressed, that was expected. I personally knew Malala was going to be ousted. That's why you find that when there was that invasion or that coup 2 days ago, the idea was to have someone else replace Malala, because Malala had been spotted to be playing double standards. To be honest, Malala doesn't have a party right now, because you know that he resigned from NC when he was appointed Secretary General of UDA, and he has been talking boldly, fighting all leaders who are not in support of UDA. So it's just a matter of time. We know how now Malala is going to transform his politics. His politics will now change. Most likely, Malala will not support William Ruto. I agree with that. He's going to support Rigathi Gachagua because there was already indication that Malala and Rigathi, there is something they are planning. The Western Alliance takeover. Remember that story of the Western Alliance, where the governor Natembeya is also part of, So my point here is very simple. I know that Kalonzo is trying to create another formation, another force. But at this particular moment, the game he is playing, the way he's playing his game will not work to his advantage. You need to have a straight or a focused agenda. You need to be focused. You need to someone who's a bit straight. Right now, he's seen here, he's seen there. He's seen supporting the youth who are now against Raila Amolo, and at the same time supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to raise my case here. But just go below in the comment section and tell us what you think about this matter, the game plan of Kalonzo Musyoka. Is it going to work? Just react below in the comment section. So perhaps if you're watching this video and not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe. Like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.